lovers, what is up? Are you a fan of Little Red Riding Hood? I got a really great question this week about why I turned my Little Red Riding Hood into a Circus Aerialist inside of Blood is Silent. And the answer is actually rather interesting. You see, Blood is Silent started out as a short story for an anthology full of circus stories. Now, none of the other stories inside of Cirque du Bal Mystique are retellings, but I knew I wanted to stay true to what I was doing within my brand. And right now, a lot of that is retellings. And so I knew I kind of wanted to do a twist on a fairy tale, but I wasn't sure which one. And so I started by figuring out what type of circus story I wanted to write. And I am absolutely fascinated by a couple of different jobs within the circus world, but I knew I kind of wanted to lean toward a circus aerialist because I love the silks and it's just so beautiful and there's so much that you can do with aerialist acts. And when I started thinking of that, I pictured this red silk coming down from the ceiling, and as soon as I saw red, I knew I was going to do a Little Red Riding Hood retelling. So it took a little bit for me to figure out how I was going to work that in, who was going to be the wolf, how that was going to work, what plans he had for my Little Red Riding Hood, how Grandma was going to fit into it, and I knew I needed to work on it a little bit. So I started planning out some details, I started thinking some things through, and very quickly it all came together. I knew exactly what was going to happen with my big bad wolf and how she was going to end up in the woods as opposed to inside of the circus tent, and what happens when they change up her silks. So there's a lot that goes into Blood is Silent. I absolutely love it, and my fans have been yelling at me for the twist inside of this story, which I'm so excited about. I tricked a lot of people, not everybody, but I tricked a lot of people with this one. I think you guys are really going to like it too. Blood is Silent is now available both inside of Cirque du Bal Mystique and as a standalone with this gorgeous cover here. And I am answering your questions on Blood is Silent and all of my retellings and stories. Hit me up at kmrobinsonbooks.com and at kmrobinsonbooks on social media with your questions of any of my books. I would love to get more videos filmed for you guys, and I would love to hear from you. If you were going to have any job in the circus, any job at all, what would you want to do? What would be your one job within the circus? And let's just pretend that you have the skill set to do it. So I would love to be an aerialist. I would love to be a trick rider. There are some other things I would love to do as well. Let's just assume that I have the power to actually be an aerialist and hang from these silks and all these really cool things. What would you do? Jump down in the comments and let me know. And make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos on Blood is Silent and Sienna's story or any of my stories. If you've got those questions, drop them down in the comments below so I can create a video just for you getting those answered. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I can't wait to see you in the next video where I'm answering more of your questions that you send in every week through direct message and email. I will see you again in the next video. Until then, come hang out, KM Robinson Books and at KM Robinson Books on social media. I would love to hear from you guys and hang out on the website where we have brand new world portals opened up right now for you guys for more behind the scenes of all of these incredible stories. I'll see you then.